Leading up to his fight against Ian Garry at UFC Kansas City, Carlos Prates received a message on social media from a man named Randy, who had been battling esophageal cancer. Due to the treatments he was receiving, he was losing his hair, so he asked Carlos if he would shave his head for him. Carlos responded right away and agreed to shave his head.
Hey, you know, the first time I play baseball, you know, it's the first time I'm gonna shave some hair.
There you go,
bro.
there you go.
Huge honor for me, man. Huge honor for me. If it's painful, let me know, bro.
Today, Carlos has announced that Randy has unfortunately passed away. He posted this to his Instagram story. He wrote, "Today we lost a guy from our team. Just want to say thank you to this guy for teaching me a lot of lessons during the week of my last fight. Also thanks for all single word and energy you send me, brother. One of the best fighters I ever meet, and I'm not talking about fight in the cage. We are proud of you, bro. I fought so hard. Now it's time to rest, Randy. Rest in peace, brother. It was a huge honor to meet that guy. I will never forget." Kevin Lee plans to sue the GFL. Kevin accuses them of defamation and extortion. In an interview with SiriusXM, Kevin said these last maybe 12 months or so, we were in pretty heavy talks with GFL. They were supposed to be the new startup promotion. They were supposed to be the next big thing, and I got behind them pretty good. The talks were great, but there wasn't no action behind it. I can't speak too much on the situation because now we're going through legal, and I'll be suing them for defamation plus some extortion. I think they used guys like me and used our name in order to get out there and be a major face of the MMA promotion business, and nothing ever came from it. Kevin Lee recently signed with the PFL and will be making his debut at PFL 5 on June 20th. He's scheduled to fight Gaji Rabadanov, who is currently on an 11-fight winning streak. He continued, "That's exactly what it is, and that's all I'm focused on. I'm not focused on nothing else but that. Even the last 6-7 months, that's all I've been focused on is getting back up there and competing against a top lightweight. And this guy is that. Some people think that the UFC is the be-all, end-all, and those are the best fighters. But this guy's a very top competitor. So once I go out there and I beat him on June 20th, I'm going to show that I'm still one of the best lightweights in the world. I feel like a lot of people have written me off. A lot of people either forget or they just write me off. They think, I don't know what they think, but it doesn't really matter to me. I see people doubting me. I hope they continue to doubt me. I hope they continue to write me off, to not think about it. And I'm going to show them in a big way on June 20th when I go out there and stomp a lightweight that's been proving himself again and again. Once I stop him in the way that I can, I'm going to show that I'm still one of the top lightweights, just like I was a few years ago." Chael Sonnen says he's getting less and less views on his YouTube channel when he makes videos about Jon Jones and Tom Aspinall. Chael thinks the fight is losing steam in general.
I've never in my life seen it's going the other way. This fight isn't getting headlines anymore. I can't make any money as a guy that's on YouTube. I can't make money talking about this fight because I can't even get anybody to click on it. I come with a thumbnail and a photo, and even I come in with inside scoop. My numbers are going down, and I don't think that's anything that with the UFC and their abilities, I believe they could flip that script really quick. Yeah. I'm just sharing with you as I study this sport, and I love to study it from a little bit different perspective. I've never seen anything like this. And you use the word apathetic, maybe that's what it is. I have my own hypothesis, which is the audience is not convinced they're gonna get it. They don't want to get excited. They don't want to hear about it anymore because they just don't believe we can get that fight to the ring. Whether I'm right on that guess or not, I am right, and I can prove it by numbers that this fight is losing steam. There was a headline on this last week, Ariel. I click and refresh the websites, the elbows and the manias and the junkies all day long. When it popped up and I saw it, this story, Jon Jones, Tom Aspinall, side by side, was number 3. It had fallen to number 3. It couldn't even command the media for a day, not even for 3 hours of the day. It was the 3rd story down, and I'm just sharing with you, you're completely right. This fight is getting smaller, not bigger.
Arman Tsarukyan is open to being the backup fighter for Ilia Topuria versus Charles Oliveira at UFC 317, where they will be fighting for the vacant lightweight title. Arman said, "I am not sure if that's needed, but if they offer me that, I will definitely back it up. I will be ready. I'm flying back to the United States now. and I will be staying there in case anyone is injured, and if the UFC asks me if I'm ready, I will say yes. Absolutely positive I'd say yes. I need to take chances now. I got injured, and this injury got misinterpreted. The doctor didn't let everybody know what really happened, so some people still think I ducked that fight. Now I just need to get back on track, so I'm going to do whatever the UFC tells me to do. Joe Pyfer is confident ahead of his fight against Kelvin Gastelum this weekend. Pyfer appeared on the Believe You Me podcast today and stated that he believes this is a layup fight for him and that he can outclass Kelvin anywhere the fight goes.
You know, I get to fight in the best organization in the world, and all I have to worry about is me, man. Like, at the end of the day, I think this fight is a layup for me, and I just need to be focused for 15 minutes, and I'll outclass this dude anywhere. You know, I know he's a vet, and I know he's tough, but I can beat his for 15 minutes. I'm not just a one-trick pony. I'm not just a one-style guy. Like, I can grapple. I think it's underrated. And I think a lot of his film prep is going to be off my Jack Hermanson fight, where I had walking pneumonia the whole camp, and then I had 2 staph infections, antibiotics. Like, I could go on with what wasn't right. You know, it was my first new contract, and I needed money. I couldn't say no to my first main event. And, you know, whatever. I lost a 5-round fight. And it's not like I got finished. I didn't get rocked. So I think if he comes out and his style is to try to wrestle me and get me tired, like, bro, I'm ready for anything this weekend. So I'm just thankful I have the opportunity and I get to actually fight a guy like KG. I have no ill will towards him, but, you know, I'm not a stepping stone, and I'm not one of these kids that doesn't believe in himself. So I know I got the bigger power, and I just need to stay focused. That's it. 15 minutes of hell, that's all.
Demetrious Johnson lays out how he believes Ilia Topuria could be beaten. On Tim Welch's YouTube channel, DJ said, "I think somebody who is able to expose him, like he's very good at that range of that slow check, and he gets in there and he throws like 5-punch combinations. But once somebody gets him in that clinch, that area, that's where I think we will see how he reacts. Because when you get in that clinch, I feel like that area we haven't seen him fight. And if Charles can get him there, obviously if he grabs the clinch, he can go body head. But when he does body head, you can still bang him with a knee, so it's a give and take. If Charles can get him there, it will be interesting to see what happens. If I was to fight Ilia, I would fight him in the clinch. It's like, okay, outside he hits too hard, he's going to stalk me. If I shoot, he's going to defend. And then he's going to back up, or he might try to take me down. What would he do in the clinch? Because I know he's going to go body, and I'm going to go elbow. That's where I'm like, I want to see what he would do." Henry Cejudo doesn't see the rematch between Merab and Sean O'Malley playing out much different from their first fight. Henry doesn't fully count O'Malley out, but believes Merab will get it done by decision once again.
Yeah, Merab's gas tank is just different, bro. And I personally feel like his level changes. He has to fight the same fight, but just stay away from the right hand, stay away from that front kick, and he's good. If he can protect his body, keep his hands up, it's a fight that only Merab could lose. But this is MMA, bro, and if they're giving Sean another opportunity after getting 50-45, I mean, he does have a chance. He does have a chance. He doesn't have to go through Corey Sandhagen. He doesn't have to go through, you know, the top 5 divisions to get back to the title. You know what I'm saying? So this is just, you know, he's getting a little silver platter. But could he do it? Could he get the job done? Of course. But he's going to have to do it within those first 2. Because if he doesn't, it's going to be the exact same fight. And Merab's confidence of knowing what he could do to him and take him down is just there. So for that reason, I have Merab Dvalishvili via decision, all 5 rounds, 50-45.
Merab Dvalishvili reveals what he's done differently in this training camp compared to the first time he was preparing for Sean O'Malley. He said that he's added a few new tools to his game, but interestingly, he has not been studying O'Malley's previous fights this time around.
15 minutes,
right.
For real,
yes.
You know?
I did added some new things in my game, and either in striking or grappling opinion, and I'm still trying to get better everywhere, and I think like I'm much better fighter now, and like nothing, like I don't change nothing crazy, like not even my diet or something, like, you know, I always say after the fight, like, oh, I'm gonna like do like new way, like diet weight cut, but I'm still doing it all the way. My weight cut starts actually from now, you know, and yeah, nothing specific, But yeah, I have to. One thing what I missed this camp, I wasn't watching his fights much. You know, first fight I studied him, so now this time like tonight I think if I have moment time, you know, I'm gonna go watch. I have to, you know, but you know, some family member call you and then and then it's a sleep time and
it's busy, man. Champ life is busy, brother. I trust you. I know. I know how it goes.
Yeah, last week I did this week I did 7 Zoom interview and a media day and who else? Mike Bisping interview and then some stuff like that.
Sean Strickland explains why he declined to fight against Caio Borralho. He says he's willing to fight either Reiner de Ritter or Robert Whittaker next.
Can you tell the people when you're fighting next, or no, you can't announce that yet?
So they offered me to fight one of my friends.
Okay.
And I think we both kind of collectively said no. Yeah. Just because it's like, it'd be one thing if he just was a but he has a wife, a kid, you want to talk about the men you respect. He's somebody I respect as a man. So it's like, not telling Mitch, at a press conference, what are you going to say? Hey, you dirty Brazilian, man, sees your family's doing well. Am I invited to the birthday party? So
wait, is it Alex?
No, it was Kyle.
Oh,
but those fights are just hard, dude, because you're you got a wife, you got a kid, who I personally know, who I like.
Kyle's a cool guy.
He's such a cool guy.
He really is. He shows a lot of love to me a lot, so super nice, super genuine.
Yeah, bro, he's a really nice guy. So it's one of those things where it's do I really want?
So when you fight your next fight, it's gotta be someone you really don't respect.
Not even that, bro. It's more of I just don't want to be the homie. It could be anyone. It could be RDR. It could be bigger. It could be anybody. I just don't want it to be.
Conor McGregor has reacted to Sean O'Malley watching his rematch with Nate Diaz ahead of UFC 316 this weekend. Sean posted this clip to his YouTube channel. Conor reposted that clip on X. He wrote, "Very excited for this match." Tom Aspinall has addressed fans comparing him waiting for Jon Jones to Michael Chandler waiting for Conor McGregor. Speaking to ESPN, Tom said, "I've seen a lot of people comparing me to Michael Chandler. He waited a long time for Conor McGregor. I'm not waiting for one fight. I'm not trying to fight one guy. I'm trying to fight all the guys. I'm trying to be the guy at heavyweight who takes out everybody. It doesn't matter who it is. Ciryl Gane, Volkov rematch, Almeida, Derek Lewis, Brock Lesnar. Whoever it is, I don't care. Let's not talk about Jon Jones anymore. I'm the active guy. I'm gonna fight somebody, and that's gonna be announced pretty soon." And that's going to wrap it up for the news. Thanks for watching. For daily MMA news and content, subscribe to Full Mount MMA and click the bell icon to be notified when we post videos. Here are the 3 top comments from last video. The first one's from Juice87. It says, "Jones definitely gives Diddy vibes." The second one says, "Jon's not retiring. He's just reserving June to live his best Pride Month." And the final one's from Greg Martinez. It says, "Jones retired as a pool toy for a bunch of Russian dudes in Thailand, living his best life, and he's got kids and a wife at home. I don't think there is a question anymore. This is Jon's month." Those were the 3 top comments from last video. If you want to be featured in the next one, all you have to do is comment down below. And if you missed yesterday's news, click the video on screen right now to get caught up.